Hi everyone, and welcome back to another healthy keto eating show and another new easy recipe. After this video will be a slideshow on how to make it, and I'm calling it creamy shrimp and spinach dish. There was only a few ingredients and it was super easy to make and super low in carb. The entire pan is serving 2 people and it's only for the whole pan was 4.5 carbs, which means I have just a little bit over 2 carbs for this, my plate here. And I am adding a bag of the Quest chips, those ones I showed you guys in my treat video. I'm gonna do this with it just on the side, and this is 4 grams. So altogether, I'm getting around 6 grams of carbs, 6 net carbs. Okay, I do net, which you deduct the dietary fiber. I've told you that in a lot of videos. You can deduct like things from like veggies that we eat. There are greens. You can deduct it from things like the Quest chips, from the alcohol sugars when they are the proper one, which we have the stevia, monk fruit, or the erythritol. Those ones are the right sugar that we can have. You can deduct all of that and the dietary fiber off of the carb count, which makes it a net carb. Some people count total carb and some count a net carb. So technically I do go over 20 a day. If I was to count total carb, it would go over, but I do net carb. I've done it through my whole journey and I've had great success. So, but anyways, yeah, this was super easy to make. I can't wait for you guys to see the slideshow on how easy it was, and it's just so creamy and delicious looking, and I'm excited to try it. I am now doing what's called the Warrior Diet, and it's funny because I started this and so did Monica. She tells me she's doing the Warrior Diet and I'm like, oh, that's funny, I am too. It's where you go 20 hours without food, 4 hours where you can eat. A 4-hour short little window there where you get to eat. So I'm now doing 2 meals. I'm adding my calories, which I'm at maintenance mode, and I do between 2,000 and 2,500, but basically between 2,000 and 2,200 calories a day is what I do. And I'm doing that in the 2 meals now. Today so far I had like 3 eggs. I had a yogurt with a serving of nuts. I had one of those fat bombs that I showed you guys, those, what are they called? The Slim Fast Fat Bombs, just the fat bombs. Those are the only ones you can have. Don't use any of the replacement bars or anything. Those are not made with the right sugar, but the fat bombs are okay. I had one of those, and I had a couple of ounces of cheese within, so far today, that's what I've had or whatever. Basically, I do it in 2 meals, but the cheese I kind of did in between. So basically, I'm doing 2 meals, but basically what I'm saying is I'm in a 4-hour window. So that's what I'm doing. So this is my second meal here, and it's the shrimp, cream cheese, and then the spinach, and it's done in 2 tablespoons of butter, which, each person gets a tablespoon when you split it between 2 people, half a package of cream cheese. You'll see all that at the end, but so easy to make, and a whole 8-ounce bag of spinach, which is so great for potassium and magnesium, and such a great green to eat is spinach and kale. Those are the best. Now, kale's a little higher in carb, but of course you can deduct the dietary fiber, where spinach is a lot lower, so is broccoli, much lower in carb. But yes, oh my gosh, this looks so delicious. I love shrimp. And shrimp doesn't have to be expensive. I did get my bag from Walmart, and I think it was $5 or $6 for a bag. I can't remember the ounces. I show the ounces in the slideshow. You get to see it. It's the medium shrimp, detailed and deveined and all that. So they're just so easy to make because you don't got to peel them or anything. They're peeled and all of that. But Aldi's has it too, and Aldi's is just a little bit cheaper for a bag, but you have to peel those ones. They don't have the ones that are detailed or peeled. They don't have those ones, and I get them sometimes, but Walmart's only like $1 more. So shrimp doesn't have to be super expensive. Just buy an off-brand and they're delicious. So I'm excited about that. And like I said, I thought I would add this with it just to give all of this more protein for the day. So I'm getting my, significant amount of protein, which is half your body weight to a little bit more, especially if you're working out. So I do around 70 to 80 grams a day myself. So yeah, with this, this has got 19 grams of protein, and then the shrimp's gonna have quite a bit in there because all seafoods and fish and stuff like that have a lot more, like chickens and stuff like that. The lower lean meats have more protein. So I'll definitely have enough protein here, and definitely a great source of magnesium and potassium with this shrimp because I have a half a bag myself right here. Now it shrivels down to almost nothing. Now if you're going to try to eat it as a salad, it'd be hard to eat half the bag. It's really hard to eat even though you could do it. It's just harder. When you cook it like this, it melts down, it's like comes to nothing, but you're getting so much. So let's go ahead and try a bite of this. And you can just see, look at this plate. Look at how creamy. Look at, yum. I hope you can see that. Let me stand up here, block out some of this light here so you can see. Look at that. Oh my gosh, look at the creaminess of that. Yum, yum, yum. and you'll learn how to make it at the end. It's so easy. I'm sure you guys can already figure out it wasn't hard to make. Let's try it. Yum. Oh, I love cream cheese. I love spinach. I love shrimp. Oh, it's so creamy. Now, after I cook the shrimp in the butter, because you do raw shrimp, after I cooked it in the butter, I mean, you do want to, when you open up your package of shrimp, you do want to drain it. I show you that. Drain off the water, because you usually buy it frozen. So drain the water off, but I kept the liquid from the butter and a little bit of liquid from the shrimp in the in the pan when I added in the spinach after the shrimp was cooked. When I added in the spinach so that I had a little bit of steam there and then covered it and finished cooking and then added in the cream cheese and let that melt down. But oh my gosh, this is delicious. I'm just drinking the water. How's everyone doing? Glad to be getting most of my videos back in order now. I mean, still not all the way back to normal, but hopefully this week will be all 7. Hopefully I'll have a video. I do pre-record my videos, but hopefully I'll have one for Sunday too, and that'll be a slideshow of a recipe if I can do that, a new recipe. Or I'm going to maybe come in and just talk about what keto is. I have done a keto video on the benefits of keto. I have done a autophagy video and all the benefits of that. But I've never really come in and just talked generally how keto, what keto is and how it works. So I'd like to do a video on that. So maybe that'll be for Sunday or it'll be a new recipe. Slideshow. So I love these loaded taco chips. When I did my video on this, my review on these, the Quest chips, the new loaded taco, I told you it was like the Takis. I got mixed up because the bag is purple and Takis are purple, the bag. I got mixed up. This is the loaded taco. The one that is like the Takis is the chili lime. They have a Quest and it's chili lime and it's a green bag. That's where my mind just got mixed up because it's purple like the bag that the Takis would come in. So I thought about why it was, while I was eating a couple bites or whatever, I'm like, these don't even taste spicy. What's going on? And then I realized, oh, they have a chili lime and it's done in a green bag. That's the ones that taste like the Takis. It's chili lime. So it makes sense, chili lime. That's what the Takis are, is chili lime. So it's a green bag. So that's the one, if you really like Takis, that's which one you want to get. But these are really good too. They remind me of like the ones you get from Taco Bell. Yum, yum, yum. I love these ones when they started coming out with the Tostito chips because it used to just be potato chips that Quest made. But now they got the, Tostito chips, which are great for like taco salads and stuff. Right? Sorry. When I first started keto way back in 2015 of November, they didn't have chips and stuff like that you could get. They never had any of that. So the only thing I could do was pork rind. So I do my taco salads with pork rind, which is so good, you guys. Even try it that way too if you like the pork rinds. You can make your taco salad with that too because it would be a lot cheaper than these bags here. But, of course, these are going to make a better taco salad. So, but yeah, when I first started, we didn't have all these awesome fat bombs and Quest products and all that. We didn't have any of that when we started because my journey's been, heading on 5 years. So, sorry, I'm just over 4 years, But yeah, back then they didn't have all these products, but keto's getting so big. They're making so many awesome products. Quest even makes a pizza. If you don't know that, I did a review on that too. They make keto pizza and they have a pepperoni one, a supreme one, and a cheese one. And it's all keto approved. Ooh, my husband's going to love this because he's a big seafood lover too. I love shrimp. I love crab. I'm not a big lobster person, though. I don't like the texture. I think that's what it is. I don't like the texture. I don't like anything that is super fishy, if you understand. A lot of people out there will agree. They'll know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't like something too fishy tasting. So, this is absolutely delicious. Yum, so creamy. I should have had a spoon. So what's new with all you guys? How are you guys doing? Hope everybody's doing well. Oh, if you are new, first off, I want to thank all the new subscribers. Thank you so much. My channel's growing so fast and I appreciate that. But if you are somebody new, been watching my videos, go ahead right there and hit that red subscribe button and subscribe to my channel. Hit the notification bell so you're notified of all of my uploads so you don't miss any of these great information and all these wonderful keto recipes that I come up with. I'm writing a cookbook and hope to have it published this year, and of my keto meals and treats. And also share around my channel, please, through Instagram, Facebook, Snapchat, word of mouth, whatever you can to get people out there, because I want to help lots of people. I've helped over 1,000 people get their life back, and it's just amazing. Little old me have done that in just the short time I've been on YouTube, which is about 3 years, and I didn't even start the keto stuff till about a year in, because it was a nail channel. It was Angel's Heavenly Nails, which I do have linked down below. I have a separate Angel's Heavenly Nails channel where I do load the nails and the outfits, and that's separate from keto, where in here I do the nails and the outfit as well. But it was Angel's Heavenly Nails. I talked about keto one day and it blew up. And I not only told people about my journey, but I wasn't even at my journey yet. Wasn't all the way there. So everybody got to, I got to my journey, but I was pretty much there. I was at like 160 when I got on. And now I sit around, 128 to 130, 135, right around there. But yeah, I wasn't even at my journey yet. So I was sharing all the information with the people and stuff like that. And I started helping people because, I was trained by a keto doctor, 2 keto nutritionists, now my keto heart doctor too, and my brother who teaches it as a job. And of course, I've done tons of studying myself too, tons of it. So I've learned so much. So I've been able to help people. Just recently, I helped 2 more people. I set them up on macros, and I hope you guys, I wish you well on your journey. You're going to do well. If you have any questions, I link my email down below. Definitely ask me any questions. I can set you up on a macro plan. If you're watching these videos and you still don't get it, and you don't understand macros and calories and how to do it and what's the best for you, go ahead and go right into my email and send me an email, because I do need to ask some personal questions. Your age, weight, height, gender. If you exercise, I just need to know a little breakdown on, on you, so I can set you up on a wonderful plan. So yeah, if you need extra help, I'm here to help you. But yeah, subscribe to the channel, because you're not going to want to miss all the stuff that I upload. I upload and share so much information on keto. Since I was trained professionally, I can bring it to you professionally, and I've had such success. I've been ketogenic for over 4.5 years. I started November 4th of 2015. And I lost all my weight, got to goal weight, which was at got to goal. I was happy at 139. That's where I wanted to be, under the 140 mark. And then throughout the journey, I started to lose a little bit more. I did a few other things I wanted to do because I wanted to get into the 120s, and I got there too. But in 15 months, I basically lost over 150 plus pounds. I sit today over 160 plus pounds now. But I did that in 15 months and then went into maintenance mode and been maintaining that weight out with even losing a little bit more in over 3 years. It's amazing. Keto is amazing. It is. If you do it right, it is the easiest to lose the weight. And, and people say that the hardest is the maintaining weight. And it is. But on keto, I would say it's not as hard, because you get to up all the calories. Instead of having to lower and lower and lower till you get to your goal weight, you get to then slowly start to increase and up calories like any other way of life. Any other way, you would not be able to do that and be able to keep the weight off. But on keto, you do. You can up the fats and up all that stuff. In the beginning, I teach that keto is designed 3 ways: for losing, maintaining, and gaining. If you're in the weight loss mode, you're going to use that high fat off your body, and you're going to eat a lower amount. They say like 75% to 90% fat is what they call for when you're doing this diet. That's for skinny people when you're in maintenance mode, like me. When you're in maintenance mode, or when you're trying to gain, you're going to eat even a bigger percentage. But when trying to lose, you're going to use most of your body fat as that high percentage. That is your high fat source. So just like Dr. Berg recently did a video on, if you're installing and having trouble with losing weight, drop it down to 75 grams a day. Now that's not 75%, that's 75 grams of fat a day. Too many people still do around 150 to 160 to 200 grams a day. That's for somebody trying to gain weight or maintenance mode. That is not for somebody trying to lose. Sure, you're all going to lose in the beginning. Everybody will. You could just cut out pop and drink diet pop if you're very obese, and you'll lose weight. But you're going to get to a point where you'll stall out. And I don't want anybody to stall out, And keto, you will lose even more than just eliminating diet soda. But you will get to a point where you're going to yo-yo, and you're going to sit there for a while. And I hear people say that a lot. So if you don't want that to happen, use your body fat as much as you can. Eat lower lean meats and stuff like that. Avoid butters and oils and all of that we can have on keto, which is olive oil, coconut oil, avocado oil, real butter, things like that. You want to avoid those things, and like higher fat meats and stuff. You want to avoid that in the beginning. Use your body fat. Well, not in the beginning. In the beginning, I do suggest that everybody, so they avoid the keto flu, which some people can get, some people don't. It can take 1 to 3 weeks to get into keto. If you want to get into keto faster, what you do is you want to keep the carb even lower than 20. That's what this is, a super low carb diet. And I will explain keto. I'll do a keto video. But just a little tiny breakdown. It's 20 carbs or less a day to keep you in a state of ketosis. But when trying to get in quicker in the beginning, I recommend everybody eat higher fat, mostly meat, eggs, and cheeses, stuff like that. Use the butter, use the oils, all of that. Keeping the carb even lower than 20, really, really low, maybe like 10 grams a day. And you'll get into keto super fast. I've seen people get in 3 days. Once you get there in like 3 to 5 days, maybe take a little longer. But once you see on those ketone strips, and I talk about it in a lot of videos, you just buy them from Walmart or any local drugstore. Walmart's the cheapest. You get 50 strips for $5 or $6. Buy those and you just urinate on them like a pregnancy test, and then you look at the side and it'll tell you the colors. If it's anything but the first one, which is negative, if it's over that, you're in keto. The darker the color just means you're burning more fat. That's what ketosis is, a fancy word for fat burning mode. Your body is always burning fat for fuel. So do you want to burn it with the food you're eating, or do you want to burn it right off your body? So eat lower. You'll never be able to do zero fat. It's impossible, and nobody would do that. But just lower it down. Like women eat between 50 to 75 grams, depending on how little you are. If you don't have a lot to lose, I would go even lower. But somebody that, is very obese could do like 75, 80 grams. Men, maybe a little higher. But try to stay under that 75%. You don't need the 75%. Just go lower and use your body fat. But in the beginning, eat higher fat to get yourself into that ketosis faster, so you're avoiding all the keto flus and all the ickiness that comes with it, which is feeling fatigued, weak, dizzy, lightheaded. All that is signs of electrolyte drop, because this is a diuretic way of life. You lose a lot of inflammation, a lot of water, fluid off of you. You will lose like 8 to 10 pounds in the first week. If you are very bloated and very overweight, you will lose a lot in the first week. But you got to watch your sodium levels. You got to, do it with pink salt and the no salt. You can buy at any local grocery store. It's called no salt in the seasoning aisle. That's potassium. And for every whenever you're feeling that way, you take a bottle of water and you'd add in a teaspoon to a tablespoon of each into that. They say for every 2 liters you drink, but that's for somebody that's really fasting. If you're fasting long periods, 2-3 days in a row. But when doing this, just add it into here, a teaspoon to a tablespoon of each, the pink salt or sea salt, and the no salt. So, either pink or sea. You can do both. I do pink salt. I love it because it's got a lot of magnesium in it. So that's great. In this diet, you need potassium and magnesium. So you would just do that in the no salt and put it into this and drink it down, and you'll feel better within an hour or so. But to avoid all of that, you'll still get some of that throughout your journey. I still get it sometimes. I got to do it because, I'll feel weak some days and I'm peeing a lot, because you will go to the bathroom some days even more, especially in the beginning, getting rid of all that fluid. That's what I love about this diet. But anyways, but yeah, that's what you'll do. But it's just important. So in the beginning, I tell people go really high fat in the beginning. Even over the 75%. Don't even worry about a calorie deficit or anything. Just watching your protein and your carb, keeping your carb even lower or whatever, and keeping the fats higher till you see a dark purple on that strip. Then start using your body fat. You'll start getting fat adapted and all that. You'll feel great. And then after a few, like a month or so, then I recommend people incorporating intermittent fasting and keto. Those two go hand in hand. They really do. They recommend at least a 16-hour fast, where 8 hours where you're eating. Then you can work up to where I was doing OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, eating every 24 hours. Then I was doing alternate day, where I was going 40 hours. Just there's different ways you can do it. You can do a 72-hour where you don't eat for 3 days. There's different things you can do, but incorporating at least the intermittent, which is the lowest is 16 hours, but just work up to that. Wait a few months before you start that and incorporate that into your journey, because it can be hard to do. So just wait till you're good and fat adapted and you're doing great on keto for a few months, then start incorporating the fasting, and start with just, 5 hours, that you go without eating, and then try 8 hours, and then work up to the 16-hour where you go 16-hour no food, 8 hours where you eat. And in that window, you'll be in a calorie deficit and watching your fats and using your body fat. It's just important to know all of that. And then eventually, maybe you can do an OMAD, which is 1 meal a day, which I love to do and have been doing for a while. But now I switched over to the Warrior Diet, which is going 20 hours no food, 4-hour window where I get to eat. So that's how I do it. So there's so many different ways you can do it. Egg fasting is really great. I've done a video on that. If you go into my playlist and look under my keto style journey, you'll see I did like an egg fasting video where I egg fasted for 7 days. I lost a lot of weight doing that. And just different things that you can do. You'll learn a lot in my ketogenic journey. Also, you'll see lots of recipes in my keto style mukbangs and recipes, my keto treats. I teach in all those videos. And then just under miscellaneous too, you'll find things in there. So yeah, just go to the playlist so you find all this stuff quicker and faster. You'll learn so much. And like I told you, I bring all of this to you because I was taught professionally. I have a heart condition. I was pre-diabetic. I had health issues. I have what's called postpartum cardiomyopathy. I developed it 21 years ago when I had my son, okay? I had a heart condition. So when I went into this, I needed, the doctors to work with me and all that. And man, Talk about being an amazing diet. I was on 20 medications, at least 18 of those were for my heart. One was for the stomach, one was for cholesterol. I've gotten off all of them. I'm on one heart med, one called Corig. It's I take the generic version, carvedilol. It's Corig, which is just a beta blocker, just helping the blood flow of the heart. My heart at one point in the beginning was functioning at only 8%, and I had the heart of an 83-year-old at 22 years old. I went through many years, about 16 years on medications and stuff like that, and I only got it up to about 25%. That's it. A normal heart for normal people that don't have a heart condition sit around 50. If you're an athlete, you might be a little higher than that. But I now sit today after starting keto. I was on those meds for 16 years. I got off all those meds after just a few months of doing keto, got off all those heart meds, been off of them now for over 4 years, except for that one, and it's a very low dose. I was on a high dose, that very low dose. That's all I'm on. That's all I take, and of course, my vitamins and stuff. But that's all I take, and I eliminated all of that doing the ketogenic diet, and I got my heart up to almost 50%, and that was checked almost 2 years ago, so it could be even better now, because I've incorporated since then fasting, intermittent fasting, alternate day fasting. I've added in a lot of that, hitting autophagy, which is going to mend and cure your heart even more, you know, and different things. So I'm excited when they do look at the heart again. I'm sure that I'm at that 50% now. I feel amazing. But yeah, so that's why when I bring it to you guys, I can bring it to you good because I was trained, because I had to be. My heart doctors, my regular primary doctor, nutritionist and all that, they had to watch me close because of my heart condition. You know, they had to make sure. And they were teaching me that you don't eat a lot of fat. You want to use your body fat, because you can have problems with cholesterol and different things like that when you're adding and eating all those fats. A lot of people still say, no, your body needs it and stuff like that, but your body will act as your fat source too. So lower the fat down. Even if you don't want to go as low as I'm telling you, lower some of it, at least lower some of it, and you'll notice a huge difference, you know? And if you don't want to, then do it your way. Do the 75% that everybody's talking about, but you're going to get to a point where you'll stall out, and then at least drop the calories or the fat grams down then. At least try then, so you get all of it off. Because the reason 99% of people fail, and they say statistically 99% of people will fail at diets, is because they never get to goal weight. They never get it all off. It takes too long and they fail. If you don't want to fail, you don't want to take too long, then take my advice. I've helped over 1,000 people. And one of these days, I've actually been trying to talk to a few of the people that I've helped to see if I can get photos from them before and after to show you guys, and then put in the date, how long it took them to lose it and all of that. And I'm going to do a video one day on that and do a slideshow and show you guys of all the people I've helped. I won't probably be able to get all 1,000, but those of you that do watch me, I'm requesting that you do that for me. Could you please, anybody that will do it for me, if you're not embarrassed, could you send me a before and after picture? Tell me the date you started, put it on the photo, and the date that ended, so I know how long it took you as well, because a lot of you are doing it just as fast as I did. And would you send it to me in my email? And each one that I get, I'm going to wait till I get a big amount, and then I'm going to do a slideshow and show people, so that people know that I'm not lying of all the people I helped. So could you please help me out, the ones that watch me and that have followed me and that have been successful on the way that I've been teaching? If you could do it, and, you know, maybe just tell me a little bit story, and I'll kind of tell a little story behind each one, how great you felt through it. You know, just tell me, did you feel great through it? You know, through the whole thing, even though you lowered the fat, because a lot of people say you won't have energy or all that. That's baloney. I was taught by professionals. So, but yeah, I thought I was going to ask you guys if you could do that for me. That would be great. As many people that follow me that will send it, I'll love it. The bigger, the better. The more the merrier, that I can put into a slideshow and show people of people I've helped. And also, if you're at the end of your journey, or you're struggling, or just need more help, encouragement, I can even be your AA for you. Come in and tell me, and I will kick your butt back into ketosis. As I hear a lot of people say they struggle. Or if you want motivation and you want it, you know, something that will motivate you, well, what do I always tell everybody? To keep it keto. That's my channel. That's what I tell you to do. I can make you a t-shirt if you're interested. I can make you a tank, a t-shirt, a long sleeve t-shirt, a sweatshirt, a hoodie. The one you would want, just send me an email and I'll put my logo on it, to Keep It Keto for you, and send it to you so you can look at it every day, hang it up somewhere. Maybe you want a goal shirt, a goal size or whatever, or you want the size you're wearing now just so you can wear it, or something that'll give you that incentive to be able to keep it keto, you know? Or write it down yourself, keep it keto, and put it on your fridge so you don't, every time you go to the fridge, you remember to keep it keto. I have a few people that got some shirts from me, and they said they love it, and it's really helped them. So yummy. So yeah, every video I try to teach a little bit in each video, and help you guys learn and understand keto. And like I said, I've done videos on the great benefits of everything, but I thought You know, maybe people don't understand the keto. Maybe they want to know about it. So I'll do a video on what keto is and how it works and what it does and why we lose so much weight and why it works. For one, it was the way our ancestors used to eat. That's why people are more obese nowadays than they were back then. They didn't have all the foods we have now. Didn't understand that our body was designed to eat fats, not carbs. But when you are heavy, you weren't designed to eat fats either. It was designed to use your body fat to get it off. And then you eat the high fats. But it's funny that we can eat fats and not be fat. Isn't that funny? Never would have known that. This is so good. Oh my God, I love seafood. I know I keep saying it's so good, sorry. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but it isn't. I love this creaminess. Love these Quest chips. I'm trying to keep these videos lower, so it doesn't take you guys so long to watch my videos, although some of you say you enjoy them. Some of you listen to it in the car. You don't even watch it, you just listen to it. Some of you will sit down at nighttime and it's just something you play before you go to bed, just something to give you new recipes and just new ideas and the information I bring out. Oh, a lot of you don't care about how long the video is. I got some crumbs in here, so I'm just going to dump it right into this creamy sauce that I made and eat it like that. I love the taste of that cream on there. Now, what you could do, I teach in every video too how to lower the fat on things. If you're going to eat the same meal, now these aren't real high. I don't think the Quest chips are super high fat. They're 5 grams, 0.5 saturated. So not really high. But what you would do is, instead of using regular cream cheese, you would use a low-fat cream cheese. Just a third less fat. It doesn't have to be fat-free. Just do a third less fat one. And then don't cook your shrimp in the butter. Just cook it in a non-stick pan without the butter, because you're still going to get the cream cheese. It's still going to be creamy, still going to be delicious. So just that's how you would avoid having more fat to it, you know, to get it down a little lower for you. If you're one that's eating 1 meal a day, you can make it just the way I did, and it's not too much fat thing because it's only 1 meal you're eating. That is good with that creamy stuff. I should have from the beginning added it in with the spinach and everything. And the shrimp, that would have been good. Yum. Delicious. Another quick, easy, delicious recipe. You definitely got to try that out. Oh, that was so good. So good, you guys. Yum. And I really like this warrior diet. It's working really good for me. I love it. I love how I go 20 hours no food, so I'm still getting a good fast window in there, still hitting autophagy, and 4 hours where I get to eat. And it's been doing so far great. I've been doing it about 3 or 4 days. I love it. So definitely something you guys can look into and try. But again, if you're just starting off, I don't even recommend any fasting. Just eat and get fat adapted and learn this diet first. I hope everybody is doing well. I hope you're enjoying my videos. Definitely wait for after here, because there'll be a slideshow on how to make this. And I look forward to seeing each and every one of you in my very next upload. Everybody take care. God bless. And I'll see each and every one of you soon, very soon. And always remember to what? Always remember to always keep it keto. All right, here's the recipe to this creamy shrimp and spinach dish, and it's 2 servings. You'll need 1 12-ounce bag of the raw medium shrimp, 1 8-ounce bag of the spinach, 1 thing of Philadelphia cream cheese, Irish cream butter or any real butter that you use, pink salt, pepper, a fry pan with a cover, and a spatula. Okay, let's go ahead and take 2 tablespoons of your real butter and add it into a fry pan on a heat a little higher than medium. Once that's melted down, let's get our shrimp. You see it's 12 ounces there. Cut the cover off And then we're going to drain the water off because they're always frozen. So get rid of all the excess water. Since, of course, I thawed those out. Pour it into your pan with the real butter, adding heavily pink salt and pepper. Cover and let cook. You'll stir it a few times. Once they're nice and pink and ready to go, keep that liquid in there and add your whole 8-ounce bag of spinach. And cover it and turn it down to a medium heat. And now this is going to cook pretty fast within about 2 minutes. Then stir it around. And after that, we're going to go ahead and add a half pack of the Philadelphia cream cheese and more heavily pink salt, light pepper, and let it melt down and give it good stirs throughout. Once it's done, you're going to go ahead and plate up, and there's the 2 plates there. I said it was 2 servings, and you're not going to believe this, but for both servings, it was 4.5 net carbs. So each plate is only a little over 2 carbs, you guys, 2 carbs. And this dish definitely is great because spinach is high in magnesium and potassium. And this was delicious. You got to try it out. Let's keep it keto.